where visionaries, entrepreneurs, and artists dream, transform, and create. You are listening to the Miracle Moment podcast, where your breakthrough is a moment away. I'm your host, Irelan. Welcome to another episode of Miracle Moment. Today, we're going to be talking about how to change your perspective. I am so connected to this theme right now, being in, going through the journey of being pregnant, so many life changes and transitions. Oh, wow. So I want to share a little bit about the beginning of my pregnancy journey because I was totally in ultimate fear. And I remember thinking, like, I need to change my perspective, but like, I don't know if I can. And how often do we get ourselves into these positions in life where we feel like we're up against a wall, and you just might feel less empowered than you usually do. Feels like it's going to be almost impossible to change. I get it. I really, really get it. And so when I was going through, especially my first trimester of pregnancy, I really had to sit myself down and ask myself, okay, how am I going to rewire my mindset? How am I going to step into this? Because I know it's here for me for a reason. I just am so upset because it's throwing off all my plans for the year. And I wanted to travel and host these retreats. And I had, all these just very controlled plans. And all of a sudden they're out of the window. So I basically pulled together my favorite tools, techniques, resources, people, coaches, therapists, supporters, healers. Oh my gosh, you name it. I reached into those resources that I had, and I really took another deep look at how to change my mindset. So now I'm on the other side of it, being able to share it with you, which is really exciting. But I also want to share, I've done this before with business. I've shifted my mindset. I've shifted it with finances, going from, even playing on the street corner for pennies. That's kind of one thing that I like to share about years ago, to then, performing all around the world in amphitheaters and some of the most beautiful theaters and stages on this planet. Also, in the finance space, going from maybe having my first coaching program, I remember it was $100, and I did trades and discounts and all sorts of stuff to just get it full, to then launching a program that was $1,500 to $8,000 to $12,000 to $20,000 to $28,000. It just kept going up and up. Experiencing that in the depth of my relationships, shifting from a place where it just feels almost impossible to move through into, the dream reality, even if it really feels like a dream, like how could this even be possible? So I'm going to share just a little bit about how you can change your perspective today by listening to this. And, it just, first of all, I just want you to know that it is possible with whatever you're dealing with or whatever might be coming up in your mind right now as you hear, the theme around changing perspectives. Well, know that it is possible. I've also dealt with it with depression. I had a suicide attempt, eating disorders for over 10 years. All of these pieces have been so, so challenging, but they also have shown me that it is possible. And one of the key ingredients is really gratitude and love. Know that it's possible and connect to that gratitude and love. But I know that might feel like a jump, especially in the areas where it's like, I don't know how to change that perspective. So let's break it down even further. So first, find the gap for yourself. What are you unhappy with? What's not going well in your life? Like, get real, look at yourself in the mirror, and take a moment to really understand, what do you say about this part of your life? What do you say about yourself, others, the situation? What is that inner dialogue around this area of gap where you're experiencing something less than what you would ideally want? That is the first part. So you can really get to know your beliefs and thoughts that are happening while you're in this situation. Now, I'm going to interject and share if you are interested in going deeper into really learning about mindset and changing perspectives and doing in a way so you can align with your ultimate freedom life. I do have an incredible promo happening right now, and it is for my signature mindset program, the online course Freedom Frequency. There's an end of a year discount launch happening right now for 65% off now till December 1st. You can use the code year end sale, and we'll have all the links in the show notes here for you. But if you want to go deeper, this program has literally changed my life. I've created it, I've redone it multiple times, I've used it in my life. This program was literally the thing that actually got me through my pregnancy, and shifting that perspective. So if you want to go deeper, if you want the step-by-step process, we go through my signature process, the frame method with Inside Freedom Frequency. You will be so set up for success as you complete this year and step into the next year with that alignment of your mind in conjunction with your body and your spirit, working towards those goals and dreams. So going back to the steps for changing your perspective. So what are you saying about this part of your life that feels like it's in a gap? What are those beliefs and thoughts? And oftentimes people say that, yeah, I know my beliefs and thoughts create my reality. I know my words do, and that's why I do mantras and all that. Well, let's break it down even further. Like, are you just knowing this? Are you holding that wisdom, or are you actually embodying it and living it? I invite everyone that's listening to become practitioners, practicing mindset experiences, practicing mindset shifts in your reality, and then witnessing that actually shift your reality. That's what we're moving towards. So the beliefs and thoughts that you have will actually end up creating the actions because they will give you a certain feeling. Say if you have a belief that there aren't that many clients out there, then that's going to give you the feeling of scarcity, of intense competition, and possibly even just like shutdown of like, oh, well, maybe I'm never even gonna get a client. And those feelings are going to bring you down, and it's going to be much harder to generate energy to take action on going out and marketing yourself. That's just one example of how your beliefs and thoughts create these feelings and the actions within your life. And really, those actions are what is going to create your reality. There's so much about manifestation and using the mind to generate your reality. Well, it comes from being so inspired, deeply aligned, that you then take those actions to move you forward. So that is really the core of it. If you try to change your reality without changing your actions, without changing your beliefs and thoughts, then literally nothing will happen. That's why you see people that are doing mantras every single day and they're like, but nothing's changing. Well, that's because you're just doing mantras. That's not necessarily going to move the dial forward. So mindset is so important, but also is the strategy in which you are using this mindset work. So that way you can really just continue to elevate and expand yourself and be in alignment with your true essence, your true power. There's never a time to just complete this work. This is ongoing. This is continuous. And, there's always a new level that you can reach. It's like you might be hanging out with a friend who had a huge exit. This was me the other day, and he's talking about how he wants to buy his new home. And it's like, okay, well, now the $30 million homes are the ones that he wants. So he needs to bring in a little extra money, right? A little extra, or a lot extra in some perspectives. But there's always going to be a next level. And I think that is something beautiful about humanity, is that we can continue to grow and expand ourselves even when we think we've hit those levels of success. Another thing that is important to just note when we're changing our perspectives is that they will continue to change as we continue to evolve and change as well. This is also a sticky point because we can get caught in that glass ceiling experience where we feel like we've hit our top or we've hit our highest points, and so we have to actually drop back down. And so when you're working on changing your perspective consistently and expanding it and working with your mindset, working with your beliefs and thoughts, you can actually continue to expand outside of not only above, but outside of your glass ceiling. And that is really a lot of the deeper work that we go into in Freedom Frequency. So if you're loving this, go check out the promotion for Freedom Frequency, my signature online mindset course that is, your way to just really align yourself with what you're wanting to achieve, who you're wanting to be while you're achieving, and what you're wanting to accomplish and complete in the end of this year. This is a go at your own pace online program. So you can dive right in, or you could kind of flow through it throughout the end of the year. But if this is calling to you, you will not regret it going into this program. It has all of the goods. So Freedom Frequency, use the code year-end sale for 65% off now till December 1st. We'll see you next time on another episode of Miracle Moment. Thanks for checking out this video. Subscribe and ring the bell if you haven't yet, so you can stay up to date for new episodes coming out soon. And remember to witness and acknowledge the miracles and magic in every moment. This is Irelan, and I'll see you soon.